Hello, class of 2019. Wow, what a day it is as we look back at all of our hard work and learnings during this journey. There is no doubt in my mind that I learned some extremely important life lessons from organizational leadership. For example, time management is an essential part of being an effective leader. Also, we all hold certain traits of leadership. In my case, I possess energy and speed when it comes to my leadership drivers. Third, we all have the power to influence others through our individual bases of power, such as expertise, effort, and goodwill. In addition, I have learned that my democratic leadership style has many pros and cons. Lastly, I learned the importance of ethical communication in day-to-day life. This class has taught me so much more, but today I want to share with you just some of the amazing information that can be beneficial in many facets of life. The first critical tool we learned is time management, both in our personal lives and professional lives. During Module 1, we watched a video called Time Management Fundamentals, in which we learned about 3 fundamental time management principles: space, mind, and time. Watching this video was extremely eye-opening because I learned that I sometimes fall short of following these simple principles. In regards to space, the video instructed the importance of avoiding gathering points. Gathering points are items that have the capability of distracting one from their tasks, such as voicemails, receipts, piles of paper, and any other common items. After taking the gathering points test to discover how many of these items I have in my day-to-day life, I was shocked to find out my total was 74, when the goal was just 6. After making this shocking realization, I took steps to decrease this number, such as creating a box where I put unprocessed work, creating a portable notepad, combining my email inboxes, and assigning my administrative assistant the task of sorting through my emails and voicemails. This has made an incredible impact in my productivity at work and in life. The next fundamental discussed in the video is mind. This fundamental refers to the importance of keeping the mind clear of unnecessary information such as future tasks or to-dos. While I'm a big planner, this is something that I found myself doing constantly. I learned that the less I crowd my brain with, the more functional it is at doing the current task. Lastly, time. This gave me the takeaway that it is crucial to focus on the most valuable activities, or MVAs, before attempting any other tasks that could in turn become distractions. Another interesting topic we discussed during Module 1 was the idea of switch tasking, which can also be known as multitasking. According to Dave Crenshaw, author and founder of Invaluable Inc., attempting to multitask or switch task leads to the amount of time it takes to complete tasks increasing, quality of work decreasing, and a negative effect on stress levels. Module 1 started the semester off in a very eye-opening light and got me excited to learn more about the principles of leadership. In Module 2, we focused on our specific leadership traits. While reviewing the new Drivers of Leadership by Cass Pierre, we took a self-assessment to discover what our most prominent drivers of leadership were. After taking the assessment, I discovered that my biggest drivers are energy and speed. In regards to energy, I was not surprised that this was my number 1 driver, because I tend to become extremely emotionally invested in my work. This can be a good thing or a bad thing, as I tend to let work affect my personal life due to my dedication. However, dedicating so much energy to my work makes me stand out in a group of colleagues. And I am constantly trying to better the company and avoid complacency. When thinking about my speed at work, I know that I tend to get tasks done at a quicker rate than others. This can be a positive or a negative in my life. For example, I have a great efficiency level and produce more work than a lot of my team. However, I can get caught up in trying to get tasks done too quickly, resulting in errors in my work. After realizing my strengths, I also took some time to reflect on the drivers I did not get as high of a score on, such as focus and challenge. I think that when it comes to challenge, I am typically pretty strong, yet I am resilient to change sometimes. I have been working on having the confidence to tackle new and challenging tasks. In terms of focus, I know this is an area I struggle in. This can be related to the learning in Module 1 about switch tasking. I find myself being easily distracted and unable to dedicate my time to just one task. This is something I really worked on during the 8 weeks of this class. I began silencing my phone and email while I was completing an important task, which in turn led to tasks being completed quicker and more efficiently. This has made a world of difference in my day-to-day life in general. In today's day and age, it is so important to stand out as a leader for the benefit of yourself and the team. As said by Caspierre, the nature of the situation in which leaders find themselves today requires a step beyond the traditional. For Module 3, we learned about our personal powers and how they can influence others. Personal power is based on strength, confidence, and competence that individuals gradually acquire in the course of their development. It is self-assertion and a natural, healthy striving for love, satisfaction, and meaning in one's interpersonal world, says Firestone in 2019. The first personal power that I evaluated is expertise. Expertise is critical in my line of work because I work in HR and payroll. Therefore, I must have a firm grasp of compliance-based work. If mistakes are made, it can negatively impact my employees' lives and the reputation of the company. In addition to the repercussions of mistakes, having expertise in my line of work also helps employees to trust me with vital and sensitive information. The next personal power is effort. Effort can be tricky because it involves evaluating how much energy is being spent doing different tasks. While spending too much energy can cause employees to lose motivation and burn out quicker, not spending enough energy can cause errors in work or a lack of progression. Lastly, I focused on goodwill. This was an interesting topic for me because I think that it's one that lacks in a lot of leaders. I must remind myself of this on the daily because I am the listening ears for many employees who are struggling. Sometimes I find myself getting overwhelmed or annoyed. However, I must remain empathetic to them. Having employees' best intentions shows that goodwill is what is at the heart of every true leader. Module 3 was very eye-opening for me because it revealed the powers that I hold and how they make me the leader that I am today. During Module 4, we discovered our personal leadership style. After evaluating, I discovered that my leadership style is democratic. As defined herein, democratic leadership is conceptually distinct from positions of authority. Rather, it is defined as the performance of 3 functions: distributing responsibility among the membership, empowering group members, and aiding the group's decision-making process, says Gastil in his 1994 journal. I have found that I truly love living by this leadership style because it connects me with my job and my team. By following the democratic leadership style, my team feels more inclined to openly share their thoughts and ideas. Aside from work, being a democratic leader in life makes me more open to new ideas and ways of life. I love learning about new opinions, religion, political views, and more, which enables me to make more knowledgeable decisions and opinions. However, being a democratic leader can take a toll. When every team member expects their decision to be implemented, it can be difficult to have to stray away from other opinions. It can also delay decision-making processes when all individuals need time to reflect and present their views. Although being a democratic leader can add time delays and more difficult decision-making, I still believe that this is the most effective style. The last module that I chose to speak about is Module 5, in which we discovered the use of ethical communication to influence others. After reading about the ethical principles named by APA.org, I really connected with the importance of beneficence and fidelity. Beneficence is defined as an act of charity, mercy, and kindness, with a strong connotation of doing good to others, including moral obligation, says Kinzinger in 2009. Beneficence is so important in my line of work because I am often tasked with helping employees sort through personal issues and work-related issues. Having the understanding that people make mistakes and showing them mercy and grace can make a true difference in the lives of employees and peers. A true leader always has others' best interests in the forefront of their mind. Fidelity is also extremely important because I am trusted with many confidential and sensitive topics. In order to maintain beneficial relationships with employees, a high level of trust must be held. Creating trust involves respecting others' decisions and confidentiality, which in turn leads to employees feeling more willing to share their creativity, ideas, and struggles. After learning about this in Module 5, I have truly improved my practices of beneficence and fidelity in my day-to-day life. So, Class of 2019, during this journey, it is clear that we have all learned many important tools and viewpoints to further our success as leaders. Some of my biggest lessons came from the importance of time management, leadership traits, personal powers of influence, the exploration of my democratic leadership style, and ethical communication. By holding true to my learnings during this course, I know that I can continue to better myself as a leader and a person, and hope to help others utilize these tools. Thank you all for joining me on this amazing learning journey. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors, and don't doubt that you will be truly insightful leaders throughout your life. I will leave you with this quote by John Quincy Adams. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. Congratulations, Class of 2019.